Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds. Welcome you back to Lovecraft Country and the Let's Try series voting block edition. So, for our next entry, we have Stasis Bone Totem, which is an interesting game that was recommended to me as kind of a combination of cyberpunk, biopunk, and cosmic horror. There's a little bit of a religious aspect. So, yeah, I don't know much more than you. Another one that's an isometric game and very atmospheric. So, and, the music's good, decent too. So let's dive right in and see what kind of fresh hell I've been introduced to. You'll never get to witness heaven. I'll come to take you across the river into the infinite blackness and listen to the voices. Oh, what beautiful music they make. Nikolai Konbonya, Captain First Rank, and I did not read Cyrillic. Okay, so yeah, this is the demo version. South Pacific Ocean. Okay, 160 kilometers off the coast of Chile. Got an alien vibe here.
Calling on VH channel 16. Over.
Nothing on the AIS.
Nothing.
Keep trying.
Repeat. Stationary vessel in position. 23 degrees 10 decimal 45 minutes south. 71 degrees 18 decimal 41 minutes west. This is salvage barge Kilo Delta Kilo 12 calling on VH channel 16. Over.
Charlie, it's a rig. Think it's drifting.
Drifting?
Radar says no.
Deep Sea 15. That doesn't look ominous at all. Okay, so yet another rig. We just did Stillwake the Deep.
This is salvage barge Kilo Delta Kilo 12 calling on VH channel 16. Do you require assistance? Over.
It's like the third rig, actually, since we count the one in Dredge.
15. Shit.
Kane Corporation.
Corp rig. Maybe they bugged out. Left instead of dismantling her proper.
I see a docking port up ahead. Hold on tight.
This should go poorly. Ah, yes, the sea, one of the few places that still has that sort of cosmic horror vibe. It will always be larger than the land and always be full of mysteries. Don't want to know what's down beneath the surface. Drums in the Deep, which is a full reference to, by the way, the Mines of Moria in Fellowship of the Ring.
Tied off. And rain's letting up a bit.
And the foxhounds are live and sniffing.
Ah, we have drones.
I think these mapping drones are worth it.
Frankie used him on his last salvage. Saved him 3 days of paperwork.
I still think they take away the fun of searching the unknown. I'm gonna head on to that egg shortly.
Hey, before you head out, let me sync up quantum storage devices. Is yours active?
Quantum storage device shared storage is now concurrent.
Well, that's...
But I still can't find the spare.
Oh, it's on Moses. Needed its battery.
Smart. That's my girl.
Okay. Quantum storage means... Quantum's just magic and sci-fi technology. Really. Wait, do I have control now? Okay, I do actually have control. Picture frame. A picture frame of Mac and Charlie and Hope. Cherished memories and frozen in time. The smiling faces look back from behind the glass.
Miss you, kid.
Were you bald back then? Interesting. Can we talk to her? Alright, so... Bills on table. A pile of unopened... Unblaze stacked on the table. The words final notice and payment due emblazoned in the envelopes. Can't talk to her, apparently. Okay, anything else? Ooh, who's rabbit? Super toy. Sophisticated robot kid's toy casts a forlorn figure. Its patchy fur betrays its age. However, this is a rare Mr. Kibbles model boasting a learning AI on par with modern alternatives. Yeah. Even in our future, they're going to be using AI for the silliest things. All right. Bookshelf. A variety of sentimental knickknacks occupy the wooden shelf. The rough sea has shifted some of Hope's favorite books. Bed. Bathed in the glow shed by the fairy lights, the thick blankets promise warmth and security by belaying an undertone of bitter memory and mourning. So we have a dead child starting off with. Great. I guess we've already setting the mood at this point. Do we have a map function? We do not. We have controls. Input. There we go. Cause, open PDA, toggle inventory, middle mouse click, quick load game, highlight ping, right mount click. Oh, right. Wait a minute. Hold on. Escape, debug menu, classic camera angle, backspace. All right. So let's try this. Okay, what the heck does this do? Okay, so it connects to it connects to everything we can interact with, which, you know, useful. And there's our inventory. Use strength. I can use my hand strength to bend, break, or smash objects in inventory. An item must be an adjacent inventory slot. Okay. Variety of workbenches set up on the desk. Preparation for any salvage or broken. Oh. Okay, workbenches. The preparation of salvage or broken tools may require repair or adjustment. Ocean. The dark ocean seeps into the horizon, an oscillating canvas upon which a full moon radiates, illuminating an ocean rig in the absence of a functioning exterior lighting. A persistent breeze tumbles past the ship on the side, carrying with it a now familiar scent of salt and rust. Hope's crib. Rainwater drips off the swollen wood of the crib. The elements have stripped the pink paint from the bassinet, and the salt water is soaked through the tiny mattress. The indentation made by a sleeping figure is all but invisible now. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of melancholy here. Scraps on tables. Pieces of congealed and rusted scrap and trawled from the waves. Sea spray and acid rain turns much of the metal into barely salvageable salvage. Okay. Forward. The ship's helm is a chaotic jumble of old equipment, charts, and novels weathered by use. The entrenched aroma of caffeine emanates from the dashboard-mounted espresso. Yeah, you're always going to find caffeine if you're going to find a pilot. Just how it goes. Alright, salvage charge station. A salvage room caught dead with a power salvage charger station. Okay, good. Comm tower. The ship's comm tower is sturdy and functional throughout the years with liberal and rigorous application of welded steel and duct tape. Dark water. A void black broth slaps anxiously between two hulls of distress by the chafing proximity of ship and structure. Various plastic debris hangs to the structure wall and the refuse of a once active workspace. Sorry, I'm just kind of going on and on here. Bridge. The retractable bridge. In addition to providing a convenient also was helpful in attempting to improvise access to salvage like any crude roll at a welcome. Facade. The spotlights illuminate the Deep Sea 15 logo. They're off or non-functional. Allowed us to tell the ship has been abandoned or discarded. Guess this is probably our exit point here.
Radio check, video check, vitals check.
Blue Sky Systems plug suit is active. All systems are nominal.
I hear you. You seeing what I'm seeing?
Plug suit is live. Signal is good.
I don't think this was scuttled. Too much equipment left behind.
Okay, so saucer. Sitting idle and unpowered, a Luna satellite dish idles, rustily claiming its surface. The amount of cargo left strewn suggests the disk demise may have come earlier. Okay. Conduits. A curtain of dark runnels coats the wall, showing the presence of leaks within the piping. Landing. Business darkness swallows either side of the landing. The sound of groaning steel structures echoes in the wind. Stack cargo. The stack cargo appears to contain disk drives. Water finds its way in, though it's unlikely the data has survived. Yeah, you really need to prove your conduit. Okay, that would lead somewhere else. Can't seem to access that one. Gate release mechanism. The storm shutters and lowered. Fortunately, you opened a light tug on the diving chain. Okay, a thick gray of grime is collected within deeper recesses here, while paint has peeled away a lot of the piping. It's hard to tell this is a result of the installation being abandoned or simply negligence, or the rig was still manned. Various panels seem to have been pried open from the flooring, although the reason for this is unclear. A result, puddles of rainwater are pooled into the exposed architecture. These containers have been packed and placed in preparation for loading them to a ship. However, extreme weathering the elements suggested the ship never came. Alright, so... saucer. Hastily packed cargo. Cargo accused of hold personal effects of some crew who worked here, awkwardly handled and perfectly sealed. It seems they were packed in haste. Always packed properly.
That's a long way down.
17.5 meters.
I can make that.
No, Charlie, it's too dangerous. I'll find another way across.
Well, that's logical of you. You sure you're a protagonist? Most of my protagonists want to do stupid things, so apparently this one's a little smarter than the rest. Alright, so let's get over here and tackle that.
Found the power generator, but it doesn't look like it's spinning.
Explains why we didn't pick up any radio chatter. Could we get it running?
It's behind bars right now. But yeah, looks intact.
I'm coming up.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't look there's any difference when she looks at them.
She really did love this old bear.
Okay. Apparently there is some difference.
God, please let the salvage be clean.
Oh, I probably could have, wait, what does this mean? I can actually go over some of it? And final notice payment due. So we're not doing well financially. So I guess blue may be in ones we can interact with, because if I'm right. But if I do this, Moses Hope. Apparently we need to put a power cell in there. So yeah, that's what it is. These can interact, the other ones cannot. Good thing to know with the blue ones. Mm-hmm. Apparently needs some repair. Duct tape. Now we have duct tape. Excellent. Indicate there's not much left in this roll. I could fix leaky issues. Excellent. So we need to get a little push. Alright, we need to get a little more inventive, I guess, with that. Got things to do here, I think. So now we know that's a bit better. The rest of these are...
Deep Sea 15. Hey, ever heard of a deep sea designation?
Nope, but there's at least 15 of them.
That looks heavy.
Oh, I'll always do the heavy lifting. Open up jars, pick up boxes, lift spirits. See? Spirits all of that.
I'm standing next to you. Actually, I think I'm supposed to come down here and check this out. Or not. Huh. Interesting. I'm not given the option to look at that thing again. Alright, so let's go up here, I guess. Okay. Vista. The vantage point presents a beautiful view of the oceanic expanse with the highly questionable absence of a railing and sudden drop in the vague sense of acrophobia. Can't imagine why. Cables. A dense cluster of electronic wires and cabling being open and exposed like this, and for so long as a grim prospect for any functional electronics inside. Pipes. Network service pipes surrounding the facility, the veins of the industrial body. What? Okay, so. Can't seem to get that one. Deep Sea 15. Metasized corrosion is eaten away at Deep Sea 15 signage. Fan blades. The massive fan blades dissipate heat and electrical pump power generation boom below. I can't seem to get that one to go on. Tanks. There are freshwater tanks store water, fresh water for the goose. You're not quite sure how fresh the water is, so considering how long it's been standing there. Station notice. Inform the poster. The poster provides basic information on the power distribution layout for this rig. The code AAFGJA and AA is eligible. JJ. Okay, push start button. Yeah, we're probably going to need that at some point. Also, there's a... I'm not going to do that code myself. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. Storage is basically hedge. Package. New collect containers filled with spare parts. Reinforced walls. The steel walls here seem to be built doubly thick, while uncommon in the construction in casing containing high-pressure environments. Strikes you as unusual find a sturdy wall housing rig facilities. Junction box. The heavy storm mechanisms components are shielded by an earthquake enclosure. Okay. Alright. Broken control unit. Okay. Okay. The operation of door mechanism food looks like a fuse and blown on it. Can we just fix it with... I guess not. What do you... Alright, what's this one do? Usage to include a fixed object inventory. 2 items must be in... Okay, so, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just hoping these two actually work well together. Nope, they do not. This, however, also give me 2 extra slots for inventory. I don't think inventory is probably going to be as much of a major issue this time around. Okay. I don't see anything else we can work with here. So we have to fix this thing. Basically, we have to find a fuse. Alright. JJ. Excuse me? Not sure what that was. I need to go find some more items. So we can switch between the two. What if I use strong here? No. I don't think strength is going to work trying to fix the darn thing. Now we got to find a fuse. So I can actually... Oh, I solve problems. Ah, I see. So that allows us to switch items. Don't think using strength's going to work on this, but you never know. I see. I didn't think so. So yeah, we can switch between the two and we can share inventory items. Okay, that works. The question is, where do we go from here? Now, she thinks she can actually make it past that small door. I mean, it's that narrow walkway here. So let's go see if that is the case.
I can do this.
Charlie, I said it's not safe.
Oh, ye of little faith.
It'd be interesting if there was a death scenario there. Bent balustrade. Something large and heavy forced these balustrades near collapse, or that fell through ocean below or cleared by hand. No trace of the culprit remains. Death drop. The governments are below the turbulent wind and winds and echoes of ocean waves bearing down on the structure supports. So yeah, collapsed walkway. Walkway leads to crew facilities. Kind of a twisted mass of steel. Boy, the section of the ocean rig is suffering the violent gravity, collapsing architecture, throwing away walkways and supports that fall from above. Kids, don't do what I just did there. Containers. The corrosive aluminum enclosures engulf with a chaotic assortment of exotic apparatus and equipment. That was a tongue twister. Bulkhead. More double-layered steel encases the facility interior. The cost must be staggering, though it begs the question as to why they were needed. Alright, cool. That's walkway, okay. Right, so we can actually do this, but he can't. Alright, so it's down here. Collapse walkway. At this height, the wind begins to twist and turn, telling close to the collapsed architecture, the beginning of a howl starting to form as air gushes through skeletal remains of the walkway. Alright, so we probably want to handle this way. Portal window, condensation blankets the interior portal window, but a dull light allows you to make out various shapes of machinery within.
Looks like this is the only way in. It's rusted shut.
Now, is there anything of his we can use? Too bad we can't get him in here. I think his strength might have worked, but... Twisted hinge pinge, okay. It looks like it was part of a crane jammed to the window frame. Notice it will look good on the mantelpiece. Okay, excellent. What do we do with this? Jammed. Must have been the debris in. Get his stuff. Oops. Maybe go to her. Grab his material, I guess. Okay, getting the hang of this. Okay. There we go. Okay, so still nothing to do with anything. There we go. Okay, so we've got that. Warp Triangle. Lucky victim of the same occurrence that took out the rest of the crew. Alright. Now I gotta figure out how... I want to try giving this to him. Switch to him. See if he can untwist it. Ah, straightened hinge pin. Excellent. Good weapon that will come in handy. Alright, switch back to her. And you got magic pockets like in let's see, straightened hinge pin. Alright. Still nothing useful. Okay, so let's try up here. That wind, though, God, it does remind me of the ocean. Especially really bad, the Atlantic. I was kind of hoping that this would be something we could use here. Okay, apparently not. Now I've got the pin part going here. There's anything over here? Collapse crane.
Some damage here, but everything looks sturdy enough.
Please, be careful.
I know. Always.
I don't think you're being actually that careful myself. Collapse walkway. So yeah, she can go over these parts, but he can't. Good to know. The only thing we have to do is figure out how we're going to de-rust the whole thing over there. No, that looks like we can't go back the same way. So, yeah, we've got to figure out how we're going to do this with the materials that we have here. Question is, I mean, this is probably related to it, but we got to figure out how you do it. Doesn't matter. All right, so can't find the engineering part. Let's see. Do we have to go back to him and find a piece that we're missing? This is obviously related to something. I'm not sure what. G, J, J. Huh. Hmm. 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 Pick up P today. Kurt Dog Darren, duty officer. Personal log. It looks like the one more lab is getting set up Muleside. Yesterday, cargo resupplied at least a dozen stasis pods. This morning, I processed a sizable neural cortex vat suspended in jelly. Not gonna lie, it made me hungry. I forwarded the security protocols to the fullest. The asshole still has me at the balls, and I know it. Does anybody else hear the music? Is it ever so faint, carrying the wind, or maybe it's all in my head? Great. So Lovecraftian style mind buckery. Itself. Investigate and order treatments for cybernetic degradation due to salt air. Order maglith replica bracket. Investigate required spare parts for turbines and worn gate components. Order security latches for maintenance lab. Check for new food and film catalogs. Hi, Mom. I fear I may not express myself correctly if I tell you how much you mean to me. I was working on digging us out of the debt hole that I accidentally put us in. Well, imagine the shock and disappointment you felt towards me. I was sure the investment was good, but I recognize that I have a lot to learn. Fully expect to repay the company and get you out of debt holding facility in 5 years. Yeah, debtor's prison. That's something that's, probably going to come back. I have a surefire of making a ton of cash. I just need to pay off my few game debts and I can get my system running again. I'll be here in my heart no matter where I am. Love, Kurt. Great. The pill pushers told me to start keeping a dream journal, so here it is, the same damn dream I have every night. I'm in a magnificent cathedral, or chapel. Large red and black stained glass doors, images with some blazing images of Jesus and Mary staring back at me. 1,000 voices hum in the background. I look down, I have no arms, legs, or torso. My head is part of a seething mass of goop. I scream, and the entire mass vibrates, and I start to humming the same tune. My lips are forced to move against every effort. A human figure rises from the vestibule and tears the tongue from my mouth. I am forced to look at the risen shape. It speaks. I understand the language. Father Milner, proud of 3 years of religious education, have finally borne fruit. Wow. Note to self. Juca Chola raw paste, 4x crates, 128 pounds back crate. Don't confuse berry for strawberry again. Soda flavors. Now, double next kitchen cleaner order. Order tube, cable, and piping service for the mule, including a mile of melted 10-inch steel cable core. What the hell? Gonna fry this line in the freezing Pacific. 2x calcium injectors for units for Dr. Elspa. Captain, I want to check if there's any issues with DS-15 outgoing mail. I've been trying to get a hold of my mother for the last month, and every message I've tried to send is still marked as pending delivery. Gone over the settings a dozen times, and I can't find anything out of place. I'm hesitant to push too hard since Kane takes care of her as part of my contract. The only reason I can put up with this shit workload and the criminal pay I get here. I've spent the last 2 mornings clogging sewage and scraping more K's surprise experiments out of the stored containers. Hold on. While dry heaving, so I think I at least deserve to go to check up on her. Can you get me out of here, Cap, for old time's sake? Bell maintenance keeps tripping electronics up here, which inevitably is a pain in my ass. Kurt do this, Kurt do that, and Kurt fix this. Now I'm going to bisect substation 1 and 4, and of course that would result in a catastrophic fire, but that would be somebody else's problem. No juice for the entire platform means a vacation for Kurt Dog. The dreams have stopped, but the chorus has gotten louder. I can now make up some of the words. Apple trees and pear trees, wind and blooming, river mists a floating few, catu, cashew, cashew. This is, okay, this is the last G-Dog put a triple. Captain Lee's claimed Kane Corps can't afford to pay overtime. They can send out an entire sex squad for some rest and relaxation from the mule gals. Fuck that. These meatheads are working a few $1,000 worth of kit. Why? We're eating noodles and polishing brass balls. I lost my SIGs to Roger again. Police me thing. What happened to you, Kurt? I feel like tonight's going to be different. Kurt Dog's going to make a comeback. Video entry. Interesting. Corrupted log. Quarantine order as of corrupted. Closest drone races are in hiatus during the quarantine, which is bitter news. Worse, it means the effect when before the last results and payouts are distributed, so I'm left twiddling my thumbs, waiting for it to blow over and hear if I won. On the other hand, I feel in my gut that I won something, maybe even the big one this time. It's a bit hard not to think of the timing of this as a bit too perfect. It's effortless to get win when I'm not allowed to go down and check, and it's the kind of thing that a greedy bugger would do. Not found. 65 log entries were erased remotely. Captain's wife came up from the mule in a body bag. Heavenly Father, please be with us today. Help us remember I'm also serving you as I serve the church. Please help my mom safe. And the risen mother in Cain, I ask this. Amen. They're using the corporation has a religion. Why am I not surprised? Okay, so thought we might get some information out of that one, but apparently not. Am I missing something? I mean, this place needs to really get some upgrades here. I don't think anything is here. What could possibly be in there? Gods. No, didn't think so. Oops. Switch back to her. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing at this point. This is obviously the way in, but she doesn't have the strength to blow it open. This straightened hinge pin isn't going to do much, unfortunately. Hang on one second. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so oh, I feel like an idiot. Okay, let's send this to go cannibalizing our stuff, you know? Because I believe the broken control unit will go here and fix control unit. Excellent. Take the fixed, give it to Mac, and we have him run up and replace the device. Let's move to the next screen. Okay, do little things. Okay, there's the control device. That's the PDA, I think. All right, back up through here. Never mind. All right, so right then. Okay. And that means, I think, means we can open this now. Okay, if the control device, what are we controlling is the question I have here. Yay? Oh, that's going to be the door, isn't it? All right, finally.
I'll need something to pry off this lock.
Too bad we lost our crowbar.
How do you lose your crowbar?
That seagull was eating my sandwich.
Crowbar costs more than most sandwiches. So what we're going to do, see if you can use that. There we go. Okay. Wait. Magnet. Excellent. What a useless door locking mechanism. Yeah, you could just use a standard door here. Standard lock would have done fine.
Oh, I need a cigarette.
I doubt you're going to find any here. All right. Transformer. Appears to the complex apparatus increases voltage of the power generation system. Getting the lights back on. Turbine starter. Activate the turbine as a gas catalyst is used. The mechanism powers the entire platform, which is rather remarkable. Empty fuel cylinder. So we need to get fuel to get this going. Babies run for at least a week without any refill. Assume they injects fuel directly in the gas turbine and starts the power generating process. This builder's phone dry. Yeah, I don't see Rustove. Ah, so we can give this to her. Then grab this. Pop this baby open. I think. Or do we... Oh, probably just pull out and then open it. Right? Now what? Oh, there we go. Now we're in.
Oh, whoa. It's dark.
Watch your footing.
Yeah. Fortunately, got this fancy device. Although we should really, before we go any further, have him check out the rest here. Generator room, energy distributed through the rig by machinery. Get over here. Controller station. Robust controlling operation mechanism for electric power generation. I see. Insufficient gas catalyst. It looks like we're going to be having a bit of a... It's probably what that thing was for. We saw a stalled turbine. Beating heart. Okay, so we are down to her at this point. You guys don't have flashlights? Obstruction. The case stack my way. It clearly suggests you intended as a barricade. Huh. Guess we're going in this direction then. Hmm. Oh.
Rate is elevated. Please remain calm.
That is the least useful advice.
What is that?
It's dead. A corpse.
Okay, I'm calling it. We're bugging out. Just call this in and let the authorities deal with it.
No, Mac. No, this is our find. We need this.
Charlie.
Mac, I've made the call. We go on.
Roger. Just
Be careful. I know.
Yeah, I feel like we should expect the xenomorphs anytime soon. Pick up PDA. All right, Steve Cameron, engineer. Something happened to his eye, apparently. Hang on one second. Feel a little liquid there. I was assigned to assist Dr. Elspeth should you require anything to be lifted or transported. Unfortunately, it feels like I'm on Vulcan Death Watch again. I had no idea what that was referring to. Apparently her bones are all messed up, soft as chalk. Did somebody mention she smells like zinc and brimstone? Gross. All right. Not found. A lot of remotely missing things. Somebody's covering things up. Email. Sir, we've lost some comms with the mule. Last time I checked with some muffled chatter, then all connections across the platform went dead. Impossible to say for sure, but having them cut at once doesn't feel like a mechanical error. I've heard our occupational force still communicating below, so they're not affected, but I guarantee they notice this as well, and they don't seem bothered. Captain, my tuck. They test the comms to control the full information from the mule. Don't want anyone accidentally learning what's happening down there. If I'm right, it looks like we're doing cleanup rather than containment, and we need to make sure we don't start looking like we need to wash. Fusional log. Caps told me most systems have been remotely shut down, so yeah, they are removing material. Attempt to use them brings them error. The deep sea feeding no longer exists, is now listed as lost. I've done stuff like this back in the time in the blue sky in the 70s. We called it a goat fudge operation. Evacuate personnel and data we could, then burn the place to the ground. After that, the standard procedure was set the site to self-destruct. This gives time to generate plausible deniability and shape the internal narrative. This is classic goat fudgery. It's just this time we're the goat. I'm texting all channels. Anyone there? Christ. The last thing I remember was helping move some cargo, captain's order, then someone heavy in the head, knocking me out. Dr. Elspeth was the only one in the room with me, so I assume it was that bitch. I woke up covered in blood and not a soul alive. What happened here? Lots of flotsams washed up on the landing, like life jackets and equipment from Sebastian. I won't tell the captain. He is not coping. Oh, sweet mother, the bell came back and something got out. I heard the screams. It didn't sound human. Cap, they got sentry gun up and active. By some miracle, we also got DNA sniffer working. We can get a sample from the skin job. We can target it specifically. I think those rounds perforate tank plating out in the field, so that's really great to have inside of a facility like this on the water. Blow a hole through and sink the damn thing. Use foam rounds, people. So anything that gets in so much grays will be reduced to chunky mints. The battery is fried, so we're spliced the cabling into our power grid. Actually operational while we have power and it has ammo. Also uploads to Lunar finished while I was waiting, so I guess they got whatever the data they wanted. Soon afterwards, the server starting a local scrub of our servers. It took a while to manage to catch that it was scrubbing every mention of something called a Moville from our system. No idea how good does this now, but it may be a good idea to hold on that to when we survive this nightmare by some miracle. The last one. Okay, tick-tock, that's all I hear. Goat operations already ended in a large explosion. Cap, you were sleeping when I left. Heading out now, deal with the old generator. The gas needs a refill. Should be done before anything goes to hell, but lock the door just in case. Please, Cap. I need to start heading out there anyways to grab some materials to start jury-rigging the long-range radio. So in truth, it sounds like it's our benefit. I know this sounds sentimental and somewhat ridiculous given the circumstances, but I'll grab some flowers from cold storage. I know Yvette liked the old daisies, and I think it's going to feel better if we could send her this from mortal coil, spend her from this mortal coil in some respectable manner. But of course, I'll have to look for any rations while we're out. Chin up. I'll see you soon, Cap. Interesting. So things went to hell. Looks like the corporation decided to scrub everything and left behind a lot of civvies to burn, which is just rude. Blade man. The final meal of a sacrificed man is spilled in the gate. The dim light, the slaughtered so concrete glistens. Okay. What the heck is that? No. Switch back to her. Got this here. I don't see anything else for touching all this stuff. So go to this, grab magnet. Try this. Doesn't do anything. Got this. Nope. Also, I'm curious. Didn't think so. Don't think the empty fuel cylinder does any good here. Huh. Might be we're just not seeing what it is, needs to be done here. Because I don't see anything else that would work. Alright. Bowels. Wispy. Really? Wispy web of meat structures lays upward. The wispy web of meat stretches lazily upwards, whatever craft or device holding them aloft, hidden in the darkness below. Strands dance and oscillate in time with dust particles brought to life by the drafty air. Beads of blood hanging from the tendrils, each reflecting a dot of light, profane decoration under necrotic wings. Posing equipment, limbs over the back of the room, like a dormant filter, process for specific liquids, also seems to be used in impromptu location to store scrap. Observational spherical object is suspended over the ocean. And hanging chains, variegated hanging chains, think quietly in the soft currents of the draft, which is always, happy thing to see.
Damn. Without power, this elevator's not going anywhere.
Working on it.
We got here. Out of order. Elevator panel is operated by this control panel. And of course, security lockdown. Interesting. Unknown console. The purpose of the equipment serves, my guess is analyzes whatever is dropped in the receiver as possible to know without power. Tarp. A couple of these weighty foil tarps have been used to cover the steel framework, piercing the center of the room, but not much headway is made before an attempt was abandoned. Wait a minute.
Hey, found a fuel cylinder resupply station.
Good.
That'll come in handy.
Yes, it will. No. I just wanted this. Okay. Okay. Screwdrivers are good. What exactly do I have to do here? Do I need to put the magnet on? Full fuel cylinder. No idea if that was the right thing to do or not. Might blow up for all we know. Do we have a save function? Yeah, let's do that. Excellent. I have no idea why we were supposed to have all those buttons going on there. Alright then. Let's see if this works. I expect it to, but you never know. Let's see. Probably is this. You have to mix it properly. The question is, where do we get the damn symbols from? Brute forcing this would take forever. So, let's switch it back to you. It must be some indication of what you need. I mean, there's this, but I have no idea if that's anything at all. But you can try. If it is a 4x3 grid, it would be 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, 3. I could try that. Is it a 4x3 grid, though, is the question. It's not a 4x3 grid. Oh, it is a 4x3 grid. So 1. Okay, I gotta double check this. 1, 4, 3, 1, 3. And 4. Okay. Let's see if that's quirked. All right, let's turn this on. What the hell? Okay, this is getting slightly annoying. What are we missing? Because this is the correct... Oh, damaged hose. I see. So we send that to her. She does the whole duct tape plus hose thing. Because that's just terribly safe. Repaired hose. Yay. Tapes over a few hours at least. Yay. Whatever it takes. A lot of repairing on this one. There we go. Now we try it. Oh, thank gods. Got that done. Switch distribution control. Input correct substation sequence. What the hell? Ah. Ooh, it was JJ here. That's correct. No. What we're going to do is we're going to have to go back and check this one out, because I don't remember off the top of my head. It should be precisely what we're looking for. Alright, so AAFGJJ. Okay. FGJJ. Lots of technical stuff going on here. Alright. God damn it. This much just get the lights on. The hell? Okay. Did I get something wrong here? Okay, but why is this start push button JJ? Why is this one circled? Die. Okay, well, it's time for me to poke with a stick, apparently. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, here's the thing. I've been going the last few minutes over the possible stuff here in the log, and this is their PDA, by the way. The says that you bypass substation 1 and substation 4 here. So I'm thinking maybe with the two AAs don't actually mean AAs, I mean just leave them blank. It's entirely possible. Let's try this again. Get the FG. Okay. JJ. Okay, also said catastrophic fire.
Let there be light.
Fiat Lux.
There's a security lockdown. Maybe.
Mapping vector updated.
Okay. There is a control room through that sealed door on the upper deck. If we're gonna override the lockdown, that's where we can do it.
Copy that. I'll check it out.
Okay, because I noticed, let's see, if you go to P for PDA, mapping. Okay, so rig services, salvage barge, loading deck, upper deck, generator room, get rig services and maintenance chamber where you are. Okay, so we know that he has to check it out. Let's see, make sure we've got it. Roaring to life, the gas turbine sends power, right? Okay, cool. I'm not sure how that small tank's going to last for hours. What the heck? Well, you know, probably either sealed door up here. So it means it's possible with the power on, we can actually get through it. Yep, there we go. Enforced walls.
I ain't squeezing through there. Maybe there's another way in.
What about Moses?
The toy?
He's helped sort scrap before. Already has a comm rig and QSD attached.
I don't know, Charlie.
He's smart and he's small. Just be nice to him, okay? For me, here's his key.
Smart bear key. Excellent. With child's photo. Yeah, okay. So now we gotta go activate the bear. We send the bear in. Well, this just sounds great. Okay, so now we go talk to the bear. This is one of our companions, huh?
My name is
Moses.
and I am
Hopes.
best friend.
Well, this has got weird.
Dad.
No, not Dad. Mac.
Dad Mac.
Just Mac. Or Captain. If you're feeling generous.
Yes, Captain Mac.
You need to head up to the top of the rig and squeeze through the open door there.
Yes, Captain.
Well, there's that at least.
Mum, where is Hope?
Hope's not with us anymore.
I miss playing with her. I
Oh.
do not like water.
You do wood short out after all.
There are lots of places to hide. Should we play hide and seek?
No, not right now, Moses.
Okay, Mum.
Okay, this is getting weirder. Smart bear.
I'm inside.
Okay, now you need to get to the control room. It's on the other side of that bulkhead.
Cured crate. What's it second? Various carriers of non-processed food have been stuffed in the containers. Those in a long time as any of it was safe to eat. Okay. Floor. Months of recovery leaks from rains to faulty pipes generally maintained by upper keep, and this flooded the floors and doused the interior. Pooled water, soggy pieces of debris. Let's see. Ducts and pipes. Okay, so 2 possibilities. Okay, what do we got here? Roster. The list of names from ongoing pool tournament. List of names include a happier time and the simple pleasures of a pool league where all the crew had to worry about. 2 months. The captain for setting pool numbers. So yeah, we're gonna have to didn't do it for very long, and we're gonna have that's probably answer to something. Notice board. Okay, let me check. Yeah, let's see, looking at time. I think I probably have to call it here, but yeah, you're getting an idea of what this one would be like. We haven't actually gotten to the creepy stuff yet. We're still in the explore the abandoned stuff, but we have gotten mentions of the Lovecraftian singing in people's heads and stuff coming from below, and evil corporations sealing off stuff. And we're also controlling an LLM bear, which, you know, is something I haven't done before in a game. Anyways, this is Fantastic World, seeing Feral from Lovecraft Country, and like, this is option number 3, and if you're interested in seeing it going further, make sure it's the one you vote for. And like, share, subscribe as usual, and I will see you next time. Bye. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters, whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.